Hey there, y'all. This is what I was up to today for the most part. I did mow this over here and it hadn't gotten very bad, but this had gotten a little taller and you can actually see the areas where it gives an idea of how tall it was. But this is my idea of a way to kind of compromise to benefit and respect the wishes of our neighbors, and then also to be true to what we're trying to do here at Kooker. So essentially, I left some of the native flowers.
Mama,
Yeah. Yep. Yes, you helped me mow, so you helped lead the flowers too. But essentially, we left some of the plants for the wildlife. Got some sort of artemisia here. I think that's a Texas starflower, if I remember that right. Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? Pink and yellow flowers. And then left a lot of the clasping leaf coneflower, which I think I've shown y'all before. But before we get to that, this is actually the seed pod of a milkweed. And I saw a ton of these bugs. Sorry, I've got a little bit of an echo there. A 3-year-old echo. But this is what they look like when they are flowering, and I will put the name down below. I think it's like a spider something. But the reason I left these is monarchs like milkweed, and let's see if we can get it close up. Well, the bumblebees, Malachi, don't get too close. The bumblebees love the milkweed. And I found that out while I was actually mowing. I kept almost running over bumblebees as I was trying to mow. And they were consistently on these blooms of the milkweed. So, Malachi, don't touch it, baby.
I see a move.
There's a song that says, "Oh, it stung me." Yeah. Just do not touch them. Anyway, so I know it makes it look kind of, hit or miss and like I very poorly mowed, but this was intentional. This way, most of the grass is mowed, and I only left patches of wildflowers and essentially some habitat for a few things. I saw a rabbit, a hare, a tiny one, a little cottontail, a couple of times up at the front gate. But also, like I said, I wanted to leave stuff for the insects, and it allows us to be able to harvest some of the coneflowers. Although my mom was right, they do grow back. However, I will say, because they grew back from the previous mowing, but I will say that we are now in July, and I have a feeling our main dry spell is about to hit, so we may not have as many wildflowers come back. And in fact, I'm hoping that we won't really need to mow again until the fall. But who knows, we might do one more. We shall see. But I left a couple of patches over there on that side as well. On this side, I mostly left like a strip and then little spots here and there. Whereas over here, I left a significant amount more of a blocky patch. One over there, one right over there, and then one, let's go through the trees here, a pretty big one right over here. So to most people it would be pointless to mow that way, but it at least reduces the incidence of mice harborage areas, although interestingly I didn't see any mice running while I was mowing. I thought that was a little bit surprising because I actually expected to see some mice. But then, like I said, it also goes with the ideals of we're wanting to be supportive of nature and work with nature. And yeah, it just makes me feel better that way. Those are some of the clasping leaf coneflower. They do look like black-eyed Susans, and they are rudbeckia, but the leaves actually wrap around the stem, which makes those the clasping leaf coneflower. See, that one's kind of clasping around instead of black-eyed Susans. but you can pick the buds and the flowers and use them in teas. But I will say it is bitter. I didn't expect it to be quite that bitter, but you know, a lot of herbals I'm finding are a bit bitter, and I'm just not a big fan of bitter, but I will drink it because I know it's good for me. Right, Malachi? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and the other fun thing I found while I was out here, I'm taking a little bit of the coneflower so that I can make a tea, since I've got some allergies going. Do not touch that, baby. This is stinging nettle. Yeah, now be careful, mister. Do not run into it. It will burn an itch. I don't think you will like that. So I plan on coming back out and harvesting some of this. Hold on, Malachi. I would like for you to back up, please. Yeah, that's stinging nettle. Very nutritious, but it can sting if you touch it. So I'm hoping to come back out later and harvest some of that, because I did not bring gloves or scissors, and I really don't care to pick it right this minute without those precautions. I forget, I think the top is where it does not have the prickles. I guess if my fingers start stinging, I'll find out. Okay. This really isn't wide enough for me to get it, but I'm not really feeling, I mean, it's got some hairs on there, but my fingers are so callous. Usually I have to put it on the back of my hand or fingers to feel the sting, but I'm not gonna, you know, like pluck it hard and test that theory. But I was thankful that I saw it before I mowed over it. So anyway, that's what we did today. Back up, sir. Hope y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time. God bless.